Remember the 5th of November. Look at that comment right there. Nathan. That is one heck of, I think, a German name there, Nathan. That's my Stokes name is English and German. But that's a real German name right there, man. Doing Kirken. Remember the 5th of November. Yeah, well, when we get close to that time, that's some big dates coming up. And those are the kind of the final dates coming up for sure. But it does connect to tomorrow, the full buck moon, which again, the iPad goat illuminates the red light exit. The buck full moon is lit, which it will be on the 13th and the 14th, theoretically speaking. It'll be full tonight on the 12th. All right, so the moon is full at 14:37 on Wednesday. So 2:37 p.m. I did key in our local time. I keyed in Miami, Florida time zone right there. So if this website is off, blame the website. Gotta love the 37. So, and you know how they argue, fuss, and fight over a minute. I don't know if that other minute's going to be 36 or 38. This site here also gives us the 237. Does call it the buck. Also calls it thunder moon. We just have this Thor thunder out, right? Hay moon, mead moon, rose moon. Does Lily have a rose in her hair? She sure does. So, you know, we're in sticky times. Michael and I both just kind of laughed at that because we just like, no, we sure are. So she's got the rose and there's the buck. And as light comes on, head goes down. Light, sadness immediately. You know, I got this on like super slow motion. With me? Watch this. This is super slow motion. I watch in an instant it turned red and then sadness. Buck full. Super sadness. Bummed out. Buck full. Trump exit. Right over his hand signal. Red. Exit. Buck full. And we know that the lotus pops, meaning his rebirthing process. Now, I don't hate that, you know, rise on the 3rd day, ascend 42 days later. I don't know. 42 days later is not on a full moon. So because this is the full moon, the buck full moon on the 13th or the 14th. Because if it happens Friday morning, that's within 24 hours of 237. So we have to keep a big eye on that. Now, I was talking to Michael today about it could be that it goes down on Obama's birthday or 2 days before on that 802. Text to Trump, 88022. So that 802 that's in the heart of it, giving us the 1988 is the same as 2022. And they're not the same until March 1st. So we should have known to have never looked at January or February, but that's our bad. That's on me. We were getting heavy into the transfer portal at that time though, so that was cool. But If he goes down on 802, does he rise on Obama's birthday? And that's what birth certificate is all about, that Trump is rebirthed. So in this year, that's 212. So that's 216. We know that famous number 216. So, and tomorrow is day 194. So, now November, the 5th of November, remember the 5th of November, the gunshot plot. Did you know that it's a perfect 4-1-1-3 progressions, which that's the score of my winning football game? When you go to my personal, there it is. First victory, 4-1-1-3, September 19th, 2003. I tracked that. Hits on the 23rd. Well, that 5th of November tracks 4-1-1-3 progressions and lands on the 13th. So, hey, we're looking big at tomorrow. I mean, there's your Guy Fawkes Day. I just loaded. It's not on the other one yet. I didn't transpose it to that one. But yeah, interesting. So let's keep going. Michael's prep is outstanding. It's mind-blowing. Anyway, thank you for the comment, Nathan. Dunkirken. And that sure opens up a lot of possibilities for us, doesn't it? My prep was just one gunpowder plot, so it's there. Mike might look at some gematria on that. So let's get going. Michael's 29 strong he's got today. We've done our good friend AC Callings previously, but only after you discovered that the OJ White Bronco chase now links to 8/15, 2022, I decided to look at AC. He was born on June 16th, 1947. The car chase occurred on June 17th. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. It's crazy. Callings matches that date in days and weeks. It is 742 progressions on days and 106 progressions in weeks. The car chase in 1994 and his birth. So his birth landed on 8/15. Okay, so it does land on 8/15. Okay, good. This is yeah, that's a powerful date for sure. When we go back and look at the grid, wrong grid. We'll go back and look at the grid, the right grid. I never did. What an idiot. Yes, I did. I updated everything on the other grid, so now I got it on this wider one for us. So August 15th, the movie Cell, flag falling, Serena, OJ Bronco chase. Yep, Hitler fake death. World Health Organization founding date. Total lunar 67. This might be the last time you see me if you include both dates and other items. All right, cool. So when we look at tomorrow, you do have April 30th, 2022, partial solar. You also have November 5th, Guy Fawkes gunpowder plot from 1605 with 4-1-1-3 progressions, which is a very personal number. And Adam in simple gematria is spelled 1-4-1-1-3. So this is 4-1-1-3. There's a movie coming out called Black Adam, like Black Sabbath. It's the Dark Adam. I've told y'all and told y'all and told y'all and told y'all and told y'all that the Antichrist is Adam, that Trump is Adam, because the first Batman was named Adam West. Adam is 7-6 in Strong's Concordance, which is my birthday. And Trump, of course, is that 7-6. So we're both Candyman, and I have the birthday, and Trump is Adam. So, and I gave you that tennis score the other day. It was 7-6-3-2-2. If I'm not mistaken, on the bottom side. I can't remember what it was, but it was pretty fascinating. Let's pause. Second marriage number to Candy, 52, followed by 666. And on the bottom side, named Sinner, 7-6 for Adam, 3-2-2. And on top, 666. So it's more of the same kind of stuff. It never gets old, but Black Adam trailer, Black Adam. You'll see how small that was. So it's The Rock. And just got through watching this in the movie theater. The symbolism was palpable, as it's all about end times. It's all about end times. Went to watch Jurassic World. It's a long story. I can't put that out here on my channel as to why I went yet, but fun time, good time. Only stayed for half, and the symbolism in that was just off the chain also. And again, the movie, nope. Red horse, black horse. Excuse me, white horse, black horse, red horse, all in the trailer, as I've shown y'all before. So very dark though, this Black Adam. And think of Black Adam not in a racial way, but like Black Sabbath. So it's the dark side of Adam, as he is the dark Jesus, right? He's the anti-Jesus. At least that's what the Word of God did refer to him as. But he's known as the Horn, son of perdition. Also. Now that goes in October 21st. Now, they're always going to be making movies. So you can't say, well, it can't happen tomorrow because this movie hasn't come out yet. They're going to be watching these movies in their bunkers, regardless. So just look at the movies. And if we ever get to these times, great. That means we got to live in Babylon with friends and family, or be working out our salvation with fear and trembling a few more days. But, are we going to die as soon as all this stuff starts? We better be ready to die. I'd sure feel they'd be coming after me strongly. But that's just me. So anyway, I think we got enough of iPad Goat. We got that. We got the Black Adam. Got that. Boy, I wanted y'all to see that progression. That's crazy. Trump rally in North Carolina canceled as former president summoned to court. But he is still going to Prescott, which Michael said they pronounce it different, but we're not going to let him do that. It's named after Prescott Bush, as Prescott Bush might be named for the town Trump gets assassinated in. I mean, good grief. The whole thing with iPad Goat begins with George Bush dancing, doesn't it? I mean, doesn't it? Well, other than your introduction. But after that, I mean, it's right there with Prescott Bush's son or grandson. Son? Grandson, yeah. What am I thinking? But yeah, that's Prescott Bush's grandson. Fascinating. So this Prescott, Texas or Prescott, Arizona thing, it's a big deal, man. Super big. Super big. Rally canceled. Well, I don't know what day he was going to be there. Was he going to be there Friday or something? Because Saturday he's in Prescott, regardless. So, you know, everything's the plan anyway. Signing of Abraham Accords on 9/15/2020. And on 7/13, it's a perfect match at 666 days. I think, hang on. Yes, not including both days or anything. It's because I know Michael and I were talking about one of these things he's got hits on the 15th. So we'll get to that. Unless we just got lost in translation. But okay, so it's a perfect hit, not including both dates. And it wasn't checked include end date, so I should have looked at that. Biden will be in Israel on the 666 day since the signing of the Abraham Accords. (13th through the 15th). Okay. And there's President, there's the Chinese president, there's the Indian president there. I told Michael also, one thing I noticed about that was that it looked very anagramish. Satan lightning. You see this down here where it's LNIGHTING. So other than the letter N, you got lightning there. And then up here, you've got SATAN. So it just seemed like you it said Satan lightning as anagrams on the next to the last or the next to the bottom and the bottom. Satan lightning. And there's all kind of stuff in here, I bet, Michael said, and me too. Like there's just got to be all type of statements when mixing these, because they told us to keep an eye on anagrams through the Da Vinci Code. And there's President G. And he's born June 15th. Michael's like, good grief, are they all born in June? Belarus president claims West plotting to attack Russia. Well, I'm just sure of it. 2012 medal ceremony when the flag fell. You got the Belarus, the Russia, and of course USA. Those flags stayed on place while the American flag fell. We are still in the 9th year, 11th month since that fell until what? Obama's birthday, which could be the lotus flower if he goes down on 8/2, or he could go down on 8/4. Take a look again at the Economist magazine cover. It actually says Modi die. Oh boy. MODIDIE. Wow. What if Z's the one that has him killed? I mean, we can't even keep up with this stuff. Good eye though, Michael. Trump Lions. Take a look at the Economist. And the Trump Lions. Trump's got that line, those lions on his coat of arms or something. NPT on economist cover next to Russia war. NPT, he told me on the phone what that stood for. Oh, the NPT treaty on the non-proliferation of nukes. NPT is the United Nations non-proliferation treaty. Okay. Treaty on non-proliferation of nuclear weapons, NPT. Putin's war in Ukraine is a death blow to nuclear proliferation. Yeah. In other words, getting rid of them. We don't want to get rid of them now. Makes you want to build more. Scripted World War III is coming, and they're going to use nukes. I don't believe that nukes are real. Yeah, I mean, not the way I think they've been sold to us. I agree, because Michael and I have seen those old videos where they showed that every time, you know, they showed those houses being blown away and stuff, you could tell that was a house of cards, like cardboard in a room. So Operation Dark Winter, Michael is sending us. So he's sending us more. That's good. And we might get some Guy Fawkes stuff. Oh man. AI, artificial intelligence, is also in there. So you got AI to what? Yeah, I'm not very good at anagrams, so we might already be officially in recession in 2022. We'll know when they release their figures in July, on July 28th. If we're in a recession, then this is another proof the magazine cover was referring to 2022, not 2020, which of course means the Trump exit. And we know it's the world in 22. They don't use their zeros, so it's just the world in 22. Like back in the day, we used to call it, hey man, it's 88 or it's 89. And what year? Well, oh, back then it was 83. When was your son born? Oh, 83. When did you graduate? 79. We just used the 2 digits. So it's the new millennium. What's different? Well, now we tend to say more 2022, but it's just 22. Back in 22, oh, 17. But today we'll go, oh, 2017. I guess because it's lower numbers, our brain. SDGs on Economist cover. I don't remember what that was. The 17 goals of sustainable toy boat development refers to the United Nations 17 sustainable goals agenda. Fascinating. All that's on The Economist. Michael's picking up on all this stuff, man. Biodiversity on Economist cover. The term bio first appeared in publication in 1988, y'all. Golly. This is just freakish, isn't it? Once again, the United Nations program or conference called COP15. It'll be held Montreal, Canada on 12/5 to 12/17. Oh man. Sorry. New York City monkey cases double again. Officials hold town hall. Hold town hall. Hold town hall. Hold town hall. A vaccine website crashes. Oh, you can't get enough of these people, can you? Obama's biggest fear, Manhattan Canute. He said that on 3/25/2014. Now, oh, this was the one that Michael and I were talking about. Where it's both dates, it does land on 7/14, but I think, let me go ahead and key this in, folks. Now that 325, when he said it, is our gateway arch date that connects over to, it transfer portals over to October 28th. If you don't remember all of the portal items, don't worry about it. It's the same amount of days frontwards and backwards. And don't forget, second wife who was born on October 28th, the C and Y is her name. And C and Y is 3 times 25 equals, well, I'm sorry, it's C and Y, which is 325, which is March 25th. And it actually transfer portals over to that, and that is her name. And November 21st hits on March 1st. And it's the only thing that's very unique about those days is October 28th is day 301, just like it begins on March 1st, which is 301, and it ends on March 25th, and it ends on day 325. So it's a perfect X or a cross. 325, 325 have them color coded in the tan, and 301 to 301, and they swing back and forth like that on the gateway arch. And it's only those very specific days. It's a span of 25 days where this happens on both sides of the transfer portal. And the transfer portal gave us a lot. That's a whole laundry list of things that it swung back and forth to. And that's when we knew it was very real. And when Trump said he had the illness, it portaled over to the, now don't forget, the illness was called the outer ring of a total solar eclipse, a corona. And the next total, it transfer portals over to the next total solar eclipse. It's 465 days in both correct directions of when he said he had it, of when the Earth will have it. The Earth will have its corona on 4/20/2023. So we suspect if he goes down well before then, that would be the abomination of desolation day. If he doesn't go down at our last suspected date of December 5th, or I guess December 7th, theoretically, we would have to start really looking at this date as when he would go down. So anywho, this 325 is on that transfer portal when Obama said that. That's what Michael and I were talking about. It's 3034 days, which kicks us to Friday the 15th. Now, what Michael liked is that he liked the 3033, which you have to love that. Because whenever he said that, it's 3,033 days, or 3033 days. Okay. And so if you go to the 14th, it's 3033. If you include both dates, you can take it down to the 13th. 3033 days. Okay. So but Friday, of course, is always a big day. I know there's that Till Tuesday and Taco Tuesday, but that could be when the ball drops. That could be lights out, nuclear attack, tsunami hits New York. It could be anything. But Jesus died on a Friday. So I would always put Friday in first place as just far as a day is concerned. And it does, him talking about that does connect to the 15th. I'm not going to track it, but I think Michael will track that for us. Michael keeps his own track sheet. Text Biden 3033. 30330. Y'all, if something happens in New York City in the next couple of days, wow. Novak Djokovic, the Joker, right? Serbia. He's listed as 188 tall, 88 career titles. So his winning was a big psychological operation. The guy he beat was just amazing out there, just fussing, fighting, arguing, acting crazy. It was hilarious. Gavrilo Princip was Serbian, and that's the guy that killed Franz Ferdinand, I think Michael was saying. Well, I didn't start properly. So Michael said this guy was Serbian, and we have up to 35 now of his prep today. The Serbian, like the tennis guy that won Wimbledon, Serbian killed Franz Ferdinand. I already did these. I didn't restart my audio. Bio T, and the T stands for Orism. You know, the terror. So we're going to call it Bio T. And Bill Gates said the next pan incident, the next demic could be an act of Bio T. So all the world's a stage. This will be blamed on. Then the dark winter. I was talking about, we suspect, obviously, Trump's going down in 2022. It does say Trump exit 22 on that Economist cover. The latest he could go down would be what? December 19th, and on December 21st, rise on the rebirth of the sun. After that, I think, you know, it starts to get weird. I mean, do you just wait every day till New Year's Eve, Day of the Dead, New Year's Eve, because look at the New Year's Eve, he has blown the New Year's Eve popper. So right up until the last moment of 2022, I guess everything's in play. Once 2023 begins, though, it starts to get weird. I'll start really thinking that it's the total solar that he goes down. Yeah. So anyway, but by then the world would be in such disarray because of the illness and all that. And, you know, just like you see, Lily represents the total solar. And it's Year of the Rabbit by then, and there is a rabbit illuminated back over her shoulder. So, anywho, that could say Trump exit, Year of the Rabbit, total solar eclipse. That's what Lily could stand for, because she is inside the corona. And so, that's, you know, that's super big. And sadly, if that's the case, there's going to be a full-blown illness across the whole world. That'll make the last one look like we pretty much did. We laughed at it. And we knew a lot of their stuff was psyops. Well, this one won't be so much of a psyop as something's going to be in the air that will mix with the tech and those Trump towers that are in every neighborhood, and based off everything they spray with the chems. So it could get very dicey as that stuff lands on everybody. It's nanoparticles potentially from what's sprayed, and just activate. Just absolutely start activating. And there's the timeline for the illness. I had this saved and blew it up last night and still couldn't really understand it, but May 10th, 2023. Crazy stuff. Or before May 23rd, are we going to be told that a terrorist group caused it through BioT. Absolutely. Well, before then, I would suspect. Notice that there are now 10 611 cases, which is 9/11. And I'll tell you something else about that 9/11 and Adam and Black Adam. Movie 61 movie poster. Do y'all remember how they got the 7 and the 9 there? Well, what is a 9 turned upside down? And they do that. They do things fronts and backs and upside down, frontwards and backwards and upside down. Well, I turned 61 years old. Roger Maris hit 61 home runs in 1961, and I turned 61 on 7/6. I'm going to go ahead and start tracking that date in my personals. I had to leave and go do something. Don't even know what I did. So yeah, that's a Georgia Guidestone Day. That's what it was. My birthday. So we're already tracking that. And then I looked at the grid and I didn't see me tracking it. So they brought down those Guidestones on my birthday. And remember how the tennis had the 7/6, my birthday, with the 322. And Trump and I's combined number, 82362, because I'm 7 times 6 times 1961. Times Trump's number, 1.63464. We got the 322 dead in the middle of it. So my birthday of 1961, 7/6/61, combined with Trump's birthday, when you multiply it out, his is 6 times 14 times 1946. You multiply mine and his as a fusion, we got to 322 right in the middle of it. And of course, they brought the Guidestones down on my birthday. That's it. That's, you know, we'll just track it. I can't believe I didn't have the Guidestones going down in the thing. It's in there now. She's in there somewhere. What does he mean by that? Oh, I'd love to tell y'all. I'd love to tell y'all that one. So, yeah, he flipped that 6 upside down. That's what made me think for the 9/11. That's what made me think of flipping the 9 upside down to the 6 on their movie poster of the movie 61. They added 223 and 10388 to get 10611. Nice numbers. Yes, it is. Yes, they did. And yes, they do. Let's see if Michael's got any more, since I would love for this to be my thumbnail. Think that can happen? So anyway, love y'all very much. And tomorrow is an enormous day. I already did the grid. And I'm pretty sure I did the grid. If I did, you can sign off. If I didn't, I'll go through it here. It is April 30th, 2022, partial solar, November 5th, Guy Fawkes Day. Mystic Pizza premiere on October 18th. Mystic Pizza, Pizza Gate, Gateway Arch. Julia Roberts, Mystic Pizza, born Gateway Arch, Pizza Gate. So I don't know, we just track it, all right? Octopussy release date had the 1026 in it. Partial lunar, 1961. That connects to the 13th or the 14th. Annular solar, September 11th, 1988. And if you include both dates, and again, I hope I'm doing the math right. I hope it's not the opposite. I think when you include both dates, you take the day afterwards. Because I sat there and tried to figure that out for the longest, like 30 minutes, I tried to figure that out. Because it didn't make sense. I can't even get into it. But if y'all could say no, if you include both dates, it would be July 12th. You've been doing it wrong the whole time. Let me know. Let me know how you think it should be, because when I worked it out, that didn't work. That did not work. So if you include both dates, I will say December 4th, 2021 total solar, which was the last one we just had. We have no total solar in 2022. It is the iPet Goat 2, the July 3rd release in 2012. Excuse me, the YouTube date stamped on the Heliofont YouTube site is July 3rd, 2012. That progression falls on the 14th. So if you include both dates, it'll hit on the 13th. And that is correct, because I just did it. I included both dates. I hit 7/3 to the 13th. Remember, it hits on the 14th, but I told you to include both dates. So I hit the include both dates, and it's 3663. And when you do the math, 3663 divided by 37, it's 99 progressions. So I have been doing it right. And it boggled my mind one night, funny enough. So the iPet Goat 2 hits on the 13th or the 14th, as far as their Heliofont YouTube site, which is big. I mean, if the 13th rehearsal dinner without the rehearsal for my wedding, as I'm Candyman, as Trump is Candyman, and the anniversary, it's coming up, 15-year anniversary of the defunct marriage, hits on the 14th, which is Conor McGregor's birthday. And you know what's on his chest, and UFC he is their biggest star, Conor McGregor. His birthday is July 14th. So just, you know, there's a lot going on right now with what's his name over the, you know, Robinette, with Robin being over there in Israel. And Yep. And Spectre release date, by the way. Spectre release date also. All right. And if you're really bored, you can stick around for me going back over the video that shows the movie theater dates from Telling Truth 3. And there was Spectre, if I'm not mistaken. It's Instant Family. What is that on the Instant Family is on the 13th. Pacific Rim is on the 14th. And Spectre lands on the 15th. And don't forget, the progression of it was the 14th or 15th if you include both dates, right? No. It hits on the 14th. Yeah. 2442 hits direct. Spectre does on 7/14. If you include both dates, in order to get the 2442, you got to back it down to the 13th, which is why we are saying including both dates. So that's what had boggled my mind one night, was I was looking at the thing itself. If you say Spectre release date, why do I have it on the 15th and the 14th? That's dumb. And they're saying, don't blame me. Go to your other channel. Go to the main page. So yeah, it hits direct on the 14th if you include both dates. Like we're saying on the 13th, include both dates. We go to the 14th. You cannot go to Spectre and say, well, if you include both dates, I bump it to the 15th. It has to go backwards. So okay. So, but notice on the movie release, it hits on the 15th on the DVD.com at my gym. And I would suspect all around that mail out that I was taking a picture of probably goes to all the gyms that they mail videos to. So, and the 15th, of course, is the Friday. keep a big eye on that, right? Because Trump's en route. Could be deposition day. It could be Trump deposition. Trump family deposition July 15th. Donald Trump Jr. and Ivanka scheduled for July 15th depositions in New York. I mean, folks, you don't think something can't happen there? The sniper, the windows, remember that scene? The Dark Knight sniper scenes. The police parade, the snipers, the windows. I mean, are you kidding me? It's going to be in New York City on the 15th. It just blows my mind. And it's on a Friday before he goes to press. There it is. So when you expand and you start to look at this, they're all looking up because they're all afraid of snipers. So they're keeping their eye. You know, you find the picture and you click it and it doesn't land on the picture. There we go. So they were all waiting for a window to open, and they were going to open fire. And they were constantly looking up because how many windows are there in that city where he's going to be? How many windows? And he goes in 1502. Does that stand for July 15th, the 15th? $15:02. So let's go ahead and speed it up. With no sound, we should be okay, especially if I'm talking over it. So this guy's chatting, and he goes in, and he sees these guys all tied up, and he's going to lift that open, and they're going to unload on him. These are all cops that were tied up. And of course, Joker's out there without his makeup on. I don't think that's the Joker there. One of them is. They're still looking up. He's checking them out. And then he's got something to say, which is right.
Who's that?
What happened? Hey, what happened?
They took our guns.
They took our guns. So. So we'll turn the sound off. He goes over, he sees the situation, he assesses the situation, and one of these cats, of course, is Joker. There's a Two-Face, I think, or whatever his name is. And then they're like, uh-oh, windows up, sniper. Well, he didn't assess the situation very well, did he? Yikes. And there's the Joker without his makeup on. Looked an awful lot like Trump falling down there, didn't it? That would be just like them to dub in a blonde head real quick. No, that was the face that I thought was blonde hair because I had it on super fast speed. Be funny though if like in one frame it was Trump's head and subliminally. So anyway, is that what we're looking forward to on Friday? 7:15. The QAnon girl that I almost married, we were 7:15 days apart. She's the biggest Trump supporter that I know personally. She's like, oh, we're about to take over the earth. Yeah, like one of those Q people. It's just a matter of time. Everything's lining up perfectly. She was talking about when those planets were lining up. You know how we were like, "Whoa, is that what they're going to use for offing Trump?" And she's like, "This is what they're going to use to when we reclaim the earth." Yeah, I wonder what they're saying now. I should ask my friend who she sends all her stuff to, just really and truly to send to me. And yeah, so, and of course that's the next marriage progression, because you remember my first wedding was on 7 times. I'm sorry, March 12th. So March times 12 times 1983. And remember, my first wedding day had a 138 and an 88 in it. As I've told y'all, Trump and I are joined at the hip and always have been. Well, if that's my first wedding, my next wedding was on July 14th. So that's a progression. Now you've established a progression. 7:13 for the first marriage, 7:14 for the second marriage. Well, I'll be doggone. It's about to be 7:15. So, hey, am I saying that's when he's going? No, of course not. But we got to keep our eyeballs on it. Dude's going to be in NYC. Dude's going to be in NYC, the land of 10 billion windows. Now, most of those windows are sealed in real life. I'm almost sure most of them are. But where's he going to be? What's he going to do? How's it going to happen? Oh, wow. All I got to say is wow on 7:15. Just wow. Just absolute wow. Spectre. Live, die, repeat is the following day. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Ah, ha, ha. Ah. And don't forget all the Mission Impossibles that are coming up for later in the month. They're all right in a row. I think right after that 25th, which is my highest watch day. July 25th. Overboard on the 25th, and it's MI, MI2, MI3, MI4. I don't know what that is, but yes, 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 yes. Because if he goes down the 25th, it is their Mission Impossible, as the Book of Revelation is open, and then a Jack Ryan type movie. So anyway, love y'all very much, and we'll check Michael out one more time. Nothing from the big man, but their Spectre came out November 6th. Remember that? It's a big time. Why is November 6th big? Because the full moon is November 8th, and it's a total lunar. So you always want to look at 2 days before, or 42 days before a total lunar, or an eclipse. I mean, a full moon for rising or ascending. We're going to have to just sort of play both. All right. All right. Love y'all. Michael, good, hard work. Amazing stuff, my friend.